Oh, yeah. Pops, you got to love him. All right, now to the final round of the U.S. Open, which you saw right here on Channel 5. This is PGA Touring Pro Danny Summerhays of Farmington. You are here to help break this thing down. Thanks for coming in. Now, you are 117th on the PGA Tour money list right now. One top 10 finish this year. I know you'd like to have been playing at Marion Golf Club in Pennsylvania this week, but you withdrew from the sectional qualifier. Why was that?
Yeah, it was kind of a scheduling decision. You know, I had played 15 out of 18 weeks this year, and I was going to play 8 out of the next 9 coming up, so I needed a 2-week break to relax and then get some good practice in. So kind of worked out. It definitely tugs at the heartstrings not to be there, but there will be other U.S. Opens. Talk
about tugging at the heartstrings. We had that today. This was Phil Mickelson's U.S. Open to win, but of course we've said that a few times before. Lefty has been the runner-up at an Open a record 5 times. He had a 1-shot lead coming in. This was his 43rd birthday as well. He was the only guy under par at 1 under at Marion. All right, let's go to the highlights right here. Sean Stephanie, before the leaders even teed off, the par 3, banks it off, and here he goes.
All skill here. Fast forward this. Coming in tight. No problem.
Now look at that. Wouldn't you love to have that at a major championship?
Goes from plus 20 to plus 18.
But Tiger Woods, well, he really wasn't even a contender this week. Hit it OB on 2, then he 3-putted for a double, or a triple bogey, 8. Are you surprised by Tiger? He shot 4 over today, 13 under for the tourney.
It's just such a fine line, the great golf, you know.
That 13 under, that's his highest score as a pro in a major. All right, how about Phil Mickelson? Okay, he had the lead, but then he had a double bogey, and then here on number 5, this was his problem all day long. Couldn't find the fairway, Danny.
I wish that too would have found him a few more fairways. I was sure rooting for Phil today, but those couple double bogeys starting out really cost him.
This right here was for bogey on 5, so there's a second double in 3 holes.
Yeah, you kind of think, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, now he's out of the lead. Yeah, you think that he's done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because here on number 6, the hole ahead of Phil, Justin Rose, bam! Now he's a birdie. He was 3 back. Now he's only 2 back. And then the next hole, here he comes. And with a double by Phil, this is for the lead.
Wants it to leak right. Got it. Reminiscent of the Ryder Cup last year at Medina when he made 3 birdies in the last 3.
Okay, but hang on. So just when you think Phil's done, here on number 10, out of the rough, no surprise there. Second shot on the par 4. Look at this guy. I mean, that is an incredible shot.
I think his vertical's getting better, though. I think he got 4 inches off the ground there.
Yeah. Now, if you check from this up above, he was going right at it. He wasn't playing safe out of the thick stuff.
Vintage Phil Mickelson. When this went in, I was watching with my brother Boyd. We just kind of shook our heads and just high-fived there. You know, he's just amazing. He goes for everything.
You know, he thought he had this thing won right there.
Oh, yeah.
But hang on.
He knew it was something special.
Because he was all alone and even par in the lead, 1 ahead of Justin Rose, who had bogeyed. And look what Justin does on number 12.
Yeah, one of the best.
Taps that in for birdie. Now we're tied again.
One of the best ball strikers on tour. And he just showed it.
I got to ask you about this. Up ahead to Phil here, okay, he had to chip it off the green to get it over the fringe and over the bunker.
Yeah, you know, actually, I think a bad wedge shot set this up. You know, if he's the best at those short wedge shots, and he just put himself in a very tough spot.
That's tough to do without getting a big old chunk out of the green, huh?
I wouldn't want that shot.
All right, so he's a bogey to fall 1 behind Justin Rose. But check this out on 16. Out of the rough again.
He's the greatest escape artist of all time.
Okay, so he knocks that about 12 feet away, 10 to 12 feet. Are you thinking he's going to make that right now?
For sure, yeah. I thought it was his day. I really wanted him to make this. Just seemed like he just hit this just a hair too hard, didn't take the break.
Oh, that was just a fraction off. Yeah. Okay, then he goes to 18.
Got to hit the fairway.
Got to hit the fairway. He's got a birdie to tie, and look what he does.
Look at the lie, though. He's still got a chance.
But he's 224 yards away, chips it up to here. Now he's got to chip it in.
Got to make it. You see Bones tending the flag there. Phil thinks he can make it.
He's running up, and look, it had good speed.
Yeah.
All right, now look at his face. That's depression right there. I mean, are you just dying for him right now?
Yeah, you know, you 6 times runner-up, the most in any U.S. Open. It's pretty sad, but congrats to Justin Rose. I mean, he was definitely the best player today.
Yeah, Justin Rose is your champion. First major championship for Justin Rose at 1 over par. He played the final 18 even par. Mickelson, by the way, was 4 over today, tied for second with Jason Day as he bogeyed the 18th. Mike Weir, 1 under today, finished plus 12, tied for 28. So he's been doing pretty.
He's on the comeback for sure. He's working hard. He's a great guy. He's a great competitor.
Then the two guys that everybody thought were going to go and run over this place, Tiger, 13 over, and Rory McIlroy, 14 over. You surprised by how well the big shots, well, they didn't do it today.
Yeah, you know, it's just golf is so competitive now. Everybody's good.
Justin Rose, they call him the best ball striker of the week. Well, you have to be there, but as you talked about earlier, he's dropping in putts like he did at the Ryder Cup to beat Phil.
Yeah, exactly. You won't find a major champion who doesn't roll in a lot of putts on that final round.
Okay, these par threes here, 256 yards, 236 yards, 246 yards. What's your take on that? That's a little bit ridiculous.
You know, Phil was walking off the third tee box, and you could hear the sound bite. He said to the official, 276 yards, can't even get there.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, that's ridiculous.
What would you have hit on that 256 yards?
I would have probably hit driver like Luke Donald hit. I feel bad for Luke, not Phil.
All right, you've had about a month off. What's next for you?
I head to the Travelers Championship in Connecticut. I fly out tomorrow with my family.
All right, the whole gang, right?
Whole gang.
Danny Summerhays, for coming in. You get a Ruby River gift certificate.